Hi guys, I'm Amira Stanley, and I want to start doing something on Wednesdays, Wednesday Wisdom Day or something like that. So basically, I'm going to think of topics because I'm always about self improvement and self love and trying to be a better person and not react to certain things. And the biggest thing for me is inner peace. I've been on a mission for the last almost 3 years now to have inner peace. And for me, what that means is no matter what anyone does to me, no matter what anyone says to me, I'm not going to allow it to take me out of my natural character. And my natural character is love, is mama bear, is being a softie. And over time, when you're around certain people in certain situations, especially when you're empath, and you feel other people's emotions and energy. Perfect example, I've talked about this before. The company that I worked at for 10 years as a program manager, when I started there, when I first became, I worked there as a caregiver for a year, and then I became a manager. And my very first manager meeting, a woman leaned in next to me, and she was on her way out. She worked in the main office, and she was a supervisor. And I remember her leaning over to me and whispering during that meeting, "They really need people like you here." And I was like, "Oh my God, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, oh my God." Because I came there as myself, this bubbly person, in 2006. And I didn't understand what she meant until you fast forward 10 years ahead, and I was not the same person anymore. I was hard. I had built up a shell, a wall. Don't mess with me. I am love, but I'm also a Gemini, and I will make you feel like this small with just my words. And by the time I was exiting out of that company last year, I was broken. My soul was completely broken, and I allowed negative people to affect me. I allowed people's judgments on me to affect me. Um, I allowed other people's actions to affect me in a way that was so unhealthy for me. And even though I thought I was protecting myself by checking a checking a bitch, excuse my language, or cussing somebody out, really I was hurting myself because my natural normal self is love. And so it's taken me a while to get back to my normal self. It's taken a lot of meditating and praying and get my counselor. It's taken a lot to get me at this place again. And when you are at this place, you're vulnerable. So I'm a lot more open and raw. And so when someone does something or says something to me that's offensive, my first reaction is to check a chick. But the more that time goes on, and the more situations happen to me, I realize I don't need to do that. I am love, and even if somebody comes at me with hate, I'm going to come back at them with love because that's who I am. And I challenge everybody to do the same, because really we think that we're hurting other people by, "Oh, I'm going to cuss you out and I'm going to ignore you and I'm going to treat you like shit because you treated me like shit." But really it's just making you hurt inside. I mean, if you really sit back and think about it, I had a situation about 3 weeks ago, and I know why it happened. I had done the black moon that happened a few weeks ago. I had done a black moon ritual, and I had did this whole thing. I saged my house. I got a journal. I wrote all my wants and dreams and insecurities in the book, and it said, everything that you put in the book, everything is going to get worse before it gets better. And the very next day, on one of my live videos where I was doing my makeup, somebody commented. It was when all that clown stuff was going on, and somebody said, "Well, you better watch out because they might shoot you and think you're a clown." And so I replied, and I just said, "I don't mind constructive criticism, but please don't be rude." And I actually clicked on the person's page just to check it out and see who they were. And when I clicked on their page, they shared my video and mocked it and made fun of it. And it completely broke me down, completely broke my spirit. And the sad thing is, I get so much love from my videos. I get so much positive feedback from my videos. I get so many viewers on my videos, even people that don't say anything, I can still see that they're watching. And I allowed one person's comments and thoughts to just break me all the way down. And I know why it happened. It said everything, all of my insecurities, all of that was going to get worse before it got better. And so it was a learning lesson for me that, and you know what I did? I ended up friend requesting the person after I communicated and said, you know what? Remove my video from your page. That is disrespectful and unnecessary. She did it. She removed it. And I actually added her as my friend on Facebook. And I'm not doing this or saying this to brag or to say be like me, but it makes me feel better to know I can react in a positive manner than to react in negative. If someone is bringing hate to you, bring love to them, bring love to them. Another thing about me, I am openly, happily married to a woman, and I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about any of that stuff. Maybe 2 years ago, if I saw someone say something negative about gay people, I used to, I have to stand up for it and I have to do this and do that. No, I don't. I can say, I pray for you, you know what I mean? But I don't need to fight people and do things like that. So I want everybody to realize that it's about love, and there's so much negative in the world, and I just want to bring peace and hope and love. And I have this quote that a friend of mine inboxed me today, and I thought it was perfect for today. And it says, let them judge you, let them misunderstand you, let them gossip about you. Their opinions of you aren't your problem. You stay kind, committed to love, and free in your authenticity. No matter what they do or say, don't you dare doubt your worth or your beauty or your truth. Just keep shining like you do. So I hope everybody got something from this, even one person. I love you guys. Happy Wednesday, and mwah!